Morning, everybody. Robert or Bob here. I've got my Beach Baby Bob sweatshirt on. It's kind of faded. It's had a lot of washing. Anyway, and I'm with Brian, my partner Brian here. And
not partner, by the way.
Yeah. No. And we're going to do a little bit of everything today. We're going to start off with a warm-up, and the warm-up's going to be a dance. So this is the warm-up, and it's called the hustle. And we're going to start off by marching on the spot with our right foot. So we right, and we can take little steps or bigger steps.
I've been told to give it more oomph.
Yeah, well, the bigger the steps you take, like the higher you lift your legs, the harder it is, because your balance has got to be really in great shape, otherwise you might fall over, and we don't want to fall over at our age, because it takes us, if we break something when we fall over, it takes us longer to get better, and then we sit around waiting to get healed, and then we don't live as long. So we're going to start off with a little march. This is not the first movement. The first movement's going to be 3 steps and a tap forward, and then 3 steps backwards and a tap. So it's going to look like this. We're going to start with the right foot, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, tap. Got that, Brian? Come with me. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, and again. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2. That's good enough. Now notice I can go like this, take little baby steps, and I can go 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, tap. Or I can take bigger steps, 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, tap. Or if I've got great balance, I could go like this. 1, 2, 3, kick, back, 2, 3, lunge. 1, 2, 3, kick, back, 2, 3, lunge. So it doesn't matter, it's up to you what you want to do, but it's really 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3,
You're
tap.
on speed.
Okay? Then the second part, the second movement, is step touches to the right, and there's only 2 of them. So it's step, touch, back, 2, and then it's step, touch to the right, 2, and then back, 2. So it's step, touch, back, and step, touch, back. One more. Step, touch, back. Okay, now if you want to make that a little harder, 1 grapevine is the same as 2 step touches. So it would be step, step behind, step, touch, step, step behind, step, touch. Grapevine, right? And it's a back grapevine. So we're stepping behind with our foot, and we're trying not to trip, right? So it's a grapevine instead of 2 step touches. That makes it a little bit harder. Now, if you wanted to, you could move a lot farther. You could take big steps. If my deck was longer here, I could take big steps and do the grapevine. and then that would make it a little harder, because the bigger your steps, the more your balance has to be in good shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 2. So we'll put the first 2 together. So we'll go forward and back twice, and then we'll go step touch and back and step touch and back. Okay, so we're going to march first, right foot, right foot, right foot, right foot. In 4 we'll start. In 3, we're going to go forward. You ready to go? Let's go. So it's 1, 2, 3, back. One more. 1, 2, 3, and back. And then 2 step touches. 1, 2, 1, and do it one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's pretty easy, right? And then the next movement is a V step, and Brian knows how to do that, because Brian and I used to go to the YMCA and go to step classes years ago. Remember they had the bench and you stepped up on it, you did all these fancy tricks?
I loved it.
Yeah, that was aerobic, and now we're doing this for aerobics. Anyway, and so it's a V step. So it's just with the right foot again, it's just stepping out, and this one comes out, and then back. And sometimes we use our arms and make it look like a V and come back. Right, so it's a V step. You can take your time and do it really slowly, or you can do it faster, depending on your music, right? And you're going to do this later on to music, this hustle routine.
I've got that going through my head, that tune, the hustle.
Good, so 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a V step on the right. V step, leading right, and one more. Okay, let's put the three of them together. So we're going to go forward and back twice, step touch twice, and V step twice. Okay, ready? We're going to go forward on the right foot. Now, 1, 2, 3, tap, back, do it again. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, step touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more step touch, double one. 1. Here come the V steps right here. So it's V step once and V step twice. Got that? And then the last movement is really simple. It's just a mambo with the right. So you take your right foot out and turn it sideways and do a little hip rock. So it's a hip rock. So it's step, rock, back. Step, rock, back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's in 4 in your brain. 1, 2, 3. So you're pushing your hip out. That's a mambo. Yeah, and if you can't get it exactly right, the mambo part, just try anyway and it'll work. So we're going to put all of them together, and 2 of everything. And I'll tell you what to do. So on the right lead, ready, forward, go, now. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, tap. 2 step touches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the V step. V step once. Here comes the mambos. Mambo once, mambo twice. Pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
That's it. That's the hustle, except you got to do it on the other side.
The left, start with the left
Start
foot?
on the left.
Oh boy.
So we'll be going that way and mamboing this way.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, here we go. We're going to march starting with the left. So ready? March. So you know what leg you're on. And when you're doing this to the music later on, you're going to have to listen to that music, because if you don't march on the right foot to the music, you'll be off and the whole thing won't work. You'll think, why doesn't this work? What's wrong with this music? It's not the music, it's you. So we're going to start with forward on the left in 4, 3, 2, let's go. So it's 1, 2, 3, tap. You got to do that again. Left, 2, 3, tap. Step touch to Brian. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again. Look, we're doing this. Hey, Brian. 1, 2.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the V step right here, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here come the mambos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, that was pretty.
So now we're going to just to finish it off, we're going to do the whole thing with the right and the whole thing with the left. So when I'm finished with the right, so let's say I do my mambo and I'm finished, I have to just briefly stop and think, oh, my friggin' left leg's got to go next forward with the, you know, I got to remember that. Otherwise I'll go stepping with the right and then I have to stop. So we're going to start with the right and do the whole thing, and then we're going to start with the left and do the whole thing and we're done. So we'll just march on the spot first, right, right. We'll do this in 4. So in 4, 3, 2, let's go. So it's 1, 2, 3, tap. We've got to do that again. So it's 1, 2, 3, tap. Here come the step touches to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here come the V steps right here. V step 1. These 2 mambos right here. Right hip. We're going to do the left. Forward, left. 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, back, 2, step, touch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. I like the step touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here come the V steps on the left. 1, 2, 3, 2 mambos and we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Brian, we are good.
Yeah, we're
We
beyond
are so good. Now, all we have to do is remember those 4 moves.
That's the worst part of being
Yeah.
older. You got to remember
Yeah, and I will put the description in the video. So if you forget, you can look down in this description and see how you do it. And then you're going to practice it to some music. Now you might go, was that aerobic? Did that make your heart work faster?
it. No, it made my brain go. Oh.
Yeah, it works his brain. It doesn't work his heart as much unless he goes a little faster. So when he chooses his song, if he gets one with maybe 125 beats per minute, you'll know it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he's going that fast, his heart will go faster.
Sure.
So you could call that aerobics. And if you look at my little sign here, you got to have aerobics in a good workout. And you can either include the aerobics in your warm-up, or you can walk at the end of your workout and do the aerobics when you're walking around your neighborhood, like we're going to do at the end. But right now we're going to do some flexibility. Yeah. So flexibility is next. It says right on there, we got to do some flexibility. So we're going to do these 8 golden 8 balancing exercises. So you're also going to work your whole body to see how flexible you are as you do the 8 exercises. Have you ever heard of the golden 8, Brian?
No, it sounds like an old folk song.
Yeah. So there's 8 exercises and they're all about balance. So the first one, you're just standing in neutral here, and we're going to reach with our hands and scoop up all the positive energy, and then push it overhead into the sky with the palms of our hands. And some people can look up, but that's a lot of balance work. So if you don't want to look up, just push up the positive energy and come up on the balls of your feet. Up, your heels are up, and come down, and then lift your heels up, and come down, and lift your heels up, and come down, and then your arms come down to the side. And notice my arms are here. When they come down, they come out like this, to the side, into a T, and then all the way down. I don't bring them down here. I go this way. So here we go again. We scoop the energy up, and we push it overhead. And as we push it, we come up on the balls of our feet, lift our heels up, balance up there, and then come down slowly, and go again up, and down. Can you lift those heels up, Brian? Up?
Just a bit.
Just a bit, and down, and then our arms come to the side. And you know what? If Brian practiced this every day, he'd be able to get his heels higher off the ground.
Probably.
Right? And if he thinks, I still can't do it, it's just too hard, well, he could stand here like this, and he could just lift his heels up and bring them down. And bring them down. So can you do that, Brian? Just come up and down like this?
Just.
Yeah.
I lose my balance.
He loses his balance. That's why we're doing this. It's all about balance, and these are the golden 8 balance exercises, and this is number 1. So I'm thinking, well, I can do this. I can even hold up my heels up there and count to 10. That's because I've practiced.
And you're younger.
And I'm younger, but practice makes perfect, and practice makes permanent. And so if I do this with my arms, that takes balance to be up here, and then to get my heels up is even harder, see? If that's all too hard, what you do is you get yourself a chair. I don't think Brian needs a chair. If you get a chair, you can hold on to that side. I'll hold on to this side with one hand, right? So now we're just going to come up on the balls of our feet.
Yes.
And hold it.
Yeah.
That's easier.
Yeah.
And then down.
Not much, but it helps.
Yeah, it's up. Do it again. And down. Let's try it with our arm pushing up overhead. And down. So we could use a chair. We don't have to, but we could. That's exercise number 1. Number 2 Oh, by the way, these exercises have names, and I've even done a video just about these Golden 8 exercises, so you could look them up in my channel, and you could watch exactly how I do it. But let's do number 2. Number 2, you're going to shift your weight to the right, and then back to the left. I'm standing up straight, push my weight over to the right. This is working your core muscles. This is all about balance. Push it to the right. Right. Now when I go to the right this time, I'm going to stay there and lift my heel up. How about lift my foot up? How about my toe? How about my foot down again? So you might be here just leaning on the right leg with all your weight. You might be able to put your heel up, and you might even be able to lift your foot up. And then what you're really going to try to do, though, is turn a little bit and take a step and push away and come back. Right? And so what I'm going to do then is just move my foot here, or I'm going to do this. Put my foot up and go, yep, I can do this, and then turn, and then put it down. So it's all about balancing on that right leg. So here we go again. So I'm standing here in neutral. I shift to the side. I lift my leg up and take a step and put it down and push away. And come back and then go, he wants me to balance on one foot. Oh, I don't know if I can. Yep, down. Got it, right? And then I'm going to do it the other way. So I lean, my weight comes over to the left here. Lift my leg up a little tiny bit maybe. Just turn and push away. Come back. Lift my leg up. Maybe up, way up here. Maybe not. Maybe just move it in here, and there I am. Depends what level I'm at. Now, let me just, you watch, but I'm just going to show you. Just doing this is good. Just doing this is good. Just doing this is good. This could be the exercise. You know, turning like that is hard enough all by itself. Look, see? I got to practice turning. That's a lot of balance, a lot of core. If I put my foot down and I push away and come back and forth and push away, it's a balance exercise, but I'm working my knee, and the knee's over the middle of the foot. So this could be my exercise here. I could go, I'm just going to do 10 of those. So just use your imagination, but the movement is this. But really, really slowly with control. So let's try it, Brian. We'll just do the movement that way and this way. So first of all, we get a little bit of energy, scoop up the energy, and then turn and step and push, and lean into the knee and come back. And get yourself in control of this body of yours. You go this way. It kind of looks like a Tai Chi movement.
Yes.
You know, if you do it very slowly, you've got control of your body, right? You see? And you put your leg down when you're ready to put it down, and you push as far out as you want. It's good for your back and your balance.
That's not easy.
It's not easy. That's the hardest of all 8 of them. Okay, so number three, you'll like number 3. And by the way, you wouldn't be able to do a chair, I don't think, with doing this with a chair. Or even a stick. That'd be too hard. So here's number 3. Number 3, you're going to bring, you can do it with me, Brian. You're standing in neutral and put your arms out to the side, all the way up to the top, way up overhead, and then bend over, but keep your legs straight and touch the ground. Touch the ground, and slowly come up the front of your body with your hands. Straighten up and relax. So you're going to go, well, when I tried to touch the ground with my legs straight, I could get down there, but I couldn't touch. But if you did that enough, very slowly, in control, you'd eventually be so flexible that you'd be able to touch the ground. Let's try it again. So we come up with our arms, get them way overhead. We're standing. This might be hard for some of you. Bending over, keeping your legs straight might be hard. it might be easy. Who knows? Touch the ground. I'm a little closer, and then I'm coming back up. And relax. So I'm going to do it one more time, but when I get down there, I'm going to stay down there for the 3 count. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, and then I'm coming up. So I'm going to go up. Here we go. All the way up. And go all the way over. And when I get down there, I'm going to keep my legs straight. 1, 2, 3. I'll bet you can feel that in your hamstrings. At the back of your body there, your legs, hamstrings. Okay? Now just to do this and come up is a balance exercise. It's hard enough. So some people can go like this. They can get their arms up maybe to here, and then they can bend over maybe this far, and then they come back up, and that's all they can do. That's good. But you got to keep practicing and get farther and farther until you can do the whole thing all the way down. Touch the ground. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and slowly come up with your legs straight. The next exercise, we're standing in neutral. Remember how we pushed up? Well, we're going to push up with this hand and push down with this hand like this. So come on, Brian.
Heaven and earth.
Right, heaven and earth. And then get up on the balls of your feet and go down. Can you go up there and hold it for 3, 2, 1, and go down? Do you need a chair? We could be holding onto a chair with one arm in the air, right? It's similar to this one, right? It's similar to this one, scooping up. It's similar to this, but it's really, here's the exercise. So you go like this, and then you go like this. That's once. You're doing 3 times. Twice. Right? And I like to change my feet. So I'm going to just stand here like this, Brian. I'm going to lift up my toes. I can do one leg. Lift the other one up. How far up can you get it with your heels stuck to the ground? Can you get both of them up without falling over?
I don't think so.
Do we need a chair? Hold on to the chair. And I'll hold on to the chairs. Now let's try it. We get both feet.
Yeah.
Ah, there. I'm on my heels. I can feel that in my calf muscles. I'm working my core muscles just to stand here without falling over. So the exercise, let's do 10 of these. So there's 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 2 more, 9, down, and 10, down. But the exercise is really this one. And then you're thinking, that's just way too hard. I'll try it with one arm up and the other arm up. I'll try pushing one down, the other one down. I'll do them at the same time. And now I'll work with my legs. Can I do this? There. Can I do this slowly? Little Tai Chi in here. Because the slower you do something, the harder it is.
Right.
Believe it or not. Okay. So the next exercise, really, really simple. The next one. Come on out here, Brian, a little bit.
Number 4?
I think we're on number 5.
5.
But it doesn't matter. Here we go. So we're going to do a little squat, push our knees forward, and then we're going to turn to the left and keep our legs right. That's it. And come back. And then relax. And then we're going to go to the right. So our legs don't move, just the upper body twists. And this is balance too. This is a lot of balance because you're turning and looking and your feet are stuck on the ground and you don't want to fall. So this is called, believe it or not, look back and let go. Who cares what it's called? Just do the exercise. See how far you can turn. It's all about flexibility and balance. It'll improve your dancing. Let's do one more. So when I do these golden 8, I usually do 3 of each one. If that's too much, just do 1 of each and do all 8. Okay, the next one again is really simple. After I finish turning and doing this, I put my hands on my hips. And I just bend over as far as I can go with my legs straight and come back up slowly and then bend back as far as I can go without hurting anything and without falling over. Okay, forward. And then back. My feet are planted, they're not moving, and I'll do one more, forward. And then back. Keep your hands on your hips. Good. Now I'm going to push my hip away and bend sideways. Straighten up. Push my hips. Doctors are afraid that you're going to fall if you don't practice exercises every day. And when you fall, you're going to break something like your hip, and then you're done for because you're going to be, your hip will take forever to heal. You might have to have an operation, and then you'll have to move very slowly for a long, long time. Okay, let's try this one. We're going to turn our body and look sideways. Now, when I do this, watch, since this elbow is leading when I go that way, I'm thinking about not my shoulder, I'm keeping it all normal. I'm thinking about my elbow pushing back. So I push my elbow back, and the rest of my body follows. And I push my elbow back, and push my elbow back. And I can go as slow as I want. It's all good. Okay, so here's the real exercise though. We do it all. So we bend over, we come up, bend back, come up, push the one hip out, doesn't matter which one, push the other hip out, and then we push our elbow back, turn one way, doesn't matter which way, and the other one, and there you've done it. Okay? So there's that one. Then the next exercise is really, really a lot of fun. You're going to do the squat again, but I've got my hands clenched. And when you do that, that activates your core muscles. So you're going to go, I don't want to fall over, squeeze my fists together. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to squeeze my fists together and get in a little bit of a squat. So notice my elbows, and then I'm going to punch forward. And then punch forward with that one. I turn my hand and do that. I do it on purpose too, because when I turn my hand like that, it's turning my shoulder, it's working my rotator cuff, right? So here's the exercise though, watch, relax. So watch, when I get into this position, I turn it, I want to do it like this and not fall over. Like I don't want to do it like this. I know slow is harder, but the actual exercise is a jab like that. So Brian, let's do it together. Come down.
Are we doing a quick one?
We're going to a quick one, really jab. And you go all the way out, full extension, and come back. And then you go all the way out, full extension, and come back. Then you rest for a sec. Then you come down again, and then you do the block. So the block is, no one's going to hit me in the face. No one's going to hit me in the face. And so it's up, and it's up as quick as you can. And then you relax, and then you come down again, and then the last one is you give them an uppercut punch. An uppercut punch. Okay? And then you relax. So let's do all three. So we go down, jab first, jab, jab, block, block, uppercut, uppercut, and relax.
You won.
And you won. And then the last exercise, the 8th one, is you come up on the balls of your feet and clunk down on your heels. So you come up and clunk down. And then you do this 8 times, and that's 2. Come up and clunk down. That's 3. And you do it 8 times because there's 8 exercises, and this is the 8th one. This is how you finish off. Come up, clunk down. What is this doing? It's shaking all the organs. So your stomach, your bladder, your gallbladder, your liver in the back, your kidneys, everything is being put back where it belongs. Because you don't have anything in there except connective tissue like fascia holding it all in place. Okay, so you want to shake it all because you're like this all day long, sitting down like this, everything is pushed together. So you want to shake them all back. And you would never do that on the cement. This floor here is wood, it gives. So your spine isn't really getting a jolt, just your torso is getting a jolt. If you do it in the house, make sure it's a nice soft floor. Otherwise, don't do it in the house. Do it on a soft deck or something. Okay? You got that? Those are the golden 8. So every good workout has not only aerobics, flexibility, but it has weights. And by the way, you don't have to do these 5 things in this order. You can do them in any order you want. But we're going to do a weights next, and we're going to sit down to do the weights. You could stand up to do the weights. You could walk around to do the weights. But we're going to sit here in our nice rock and roll chair here. Brian tells me that these chairs are safe. They got arms too. We're going to use those in a minute. But really, instead of sitting back in the chair like this, like I'm 150 years old, grandpa rocking in my chair, I'm going to sit up. All right? I'm going to take my weights, put one in each hand, and do some presses overhead. Notice I have a 1 and I have a 3. Now why am I doing that? To trick my brain. My brain has to go, what is he doing? He's got the wrong weight, you know, in one hand. And so it will adapt to what you're doing, what you want your brain to be ready to do at any given moment. You want it to be able to adapt to whatever's happening to you in the big bad world out there. So we're doing these presses, and how many do we do, Brian?
It's supposed to be 20, but usually do 40.
Well, we'll just do 10. So one more. After this, one more. Good. Can you switch weights? Let's do another 10. Push up. So I put the light one in my left hand, and I'll do 10 more. I'm sitting up nice and tall. My legs, my lower body's not doing anything. This isn't as good as standing up, because I can move my legs when I stand up, as well as press overhead. Good. Switch again. We're going to do this one. Pec press in and out. Pec press in and out. Yes, that's 3 already. So what am I saying to you? The best way to do the weights is standing up. Even moving around, because then you're working your core muscles for balance while you do your weights. And one more. I'm counting. Switch hands. Pec presses. So there's 1. I'll count with Brian. Come on, Brian. 1. Good. 2. Right, 3. But today we've just decided we're going to sit down because we're working our core. In a few minutes, we're going to use the chair to work our core for balance. Even though everything is balance, we're going to really work our balance in our body. Good, good. How about switch the weights again? Do the dip. Dairy Queen dip. This is good for your shoulders and your back. There's 5 already right there. I'm sitting up nice and tall on a beautiful, beautiful June day. One more. Switch. Now, do you have to do it this fast? No, you can take your time and do it slower. Really think about your form. That's your intention. That means I know why I'm doing this because I'm working my shoulders and my back. And I'm doing it slowly because I want to make it harder. If you can do it harder, right? Good, 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 good. Remember the tree? I'm just going to lean forward and hug the tree and come back. So lean forward and hug the tree and come back. So yeah, I'm working my back and my shoulders and my arms and a little bit of my legs. One more. Good. Switch sides. Let's go. Hug the tree. Slow is better, slow is harder, but we got a lot to show you today, so we're going to use this speed. I hope you're still with us. One more. Good. Now I'm going to do remember the fly? It's pushing our bent arms up like this. I can feel that in my shoulder blades and my back. My trap muscles in my back, my lat muscles in my back, my rhomboid muscles that are hiding underneath my shoulder blades, and they're smaller in my back, and one more. Up, switch sides. So every great workout for seniors has weights in it somewhere. You might want to get creative and do the golden 8 energy balancing exercises holding on to weights. That's good too. And one more, good. Good, switch again. Let's just do bicep curls. So I gotta tuck my elbows into my sides and go all the way up and all the way down. All the way up and all the way down. Yes. Yes. One more. And switch sides. We're gonna do 10 of these. There we go. 1. Work the biceps. 2, 3, 4. I love the sun. 6,
Sun
7.
shines on the way.
Well, I've got my sunscreen on my face and my ears. One more, Brian. Now to do that's the bicep. The tricep is back here on the back of the arm. I got to do the kickbacks, but the handle's in the way, so I'll kick them both right over my head and let them hang behind and straighten up. Now the trick to this one is to get your arms as straight as you can get them and your arms as close to your head as you can get them. Right. And since they're both together, we only have to do 10 of these. Okay, now I'm going to come forward a little bit on my chair and let them hang between my legs. And then I'm going to pull them up to here and bring them back down. So I have to sort of use my back, push them up.
Did you get any mail from last week's?
Oh yeah, people were watching last week and they loved it. They said it was a little long, but they still did it. That's okay, that's what you want to do. If you're a senior and you want to live longer, you better do these exercises. One more. We have a little rest and switch so that the small one is in one hand on the other side. Put them together again. And this time when we hang here, we're going to go all the way to the top. Come all the way under the chair. All the way to the top. Under the chair, up. Yes. Now these weight exercises we've done before. We've done them many times. And sometimes I do them all. There's about 15 of them, and sometimes I don't. And one more. Good. Let's take the weights. Just put them here, Brian. Put your feet, well, let's put your feet under the chair as far as you can get them. Good. Now I'm holding on to the handles. So for me to stand up, I push down on the handles and I push down on my feet and I lean forward a little bit. Now, if my feet are out here, I have to lean way over here to get up. So that's the best spot because I want to stand up like this and hold on to the handles and sit back down. If they're under here, that should be easier. A little awkward though, but it should be easier.
Yeah.
And if they're out here, that's just way too hard. Whoa! Way too hard. So get them right about there, so your knees are above your ankles, and let's just come up, hold on to the thing and push, and come up. And hold on to the handles and then sit down. Let's do 9 more. So I'm tricking you. This is a squat. But you're in the right form. You got the chair just in case you want to rest for a second before you do it again. Now, can you let go of one hand and just do a couple with one hand touching? How's that, Brian?
Tougher.
Tougher, yeah. Just try the other hand, see if that makes a difference. Can you do the last one with no hands? You did it, good. And sit down again with no hands. Good, good. While we're here, let's just twist. Using the hand, let's twist as far as we can. Don't move your feet. And then go back to center. Twist the other way. And then the other way, let's do it one more time. Twist. And then twist. Okay, so there's lots of things you can do while you're sitting down. For example, by the way, we did some weights. We're working on balance. So a squat is the ultimate balance exercise. You come all the way up and go all the way down. And someday you'll be able to do them all the way up without the chair, and all the way down, and all the way up. Without bending over, just all the way down, and all the way up. It's the ultimate balance exercise. But before we go on to the other balance exercises, and we are going to use the chair, and we are going to stand up, let's just relax our spinal column. All the bones, the vertebrae in our spine, with the nerves running through them, let's relax them. So take one leg, how about this one, and put your heel down. Yeah. And then look overhead. And go 3, 2, 1. And then when you bring your chin to your chest, stick your leg underneath your chair with your heel up. So I've got my chin down, I can see my toe, my heel's off the ground, 3, 2, 1, and then I put my heel in front, toe up, and my head up. And what's that doing? It's taking your vertebrae and pulling everything apart a little bit so that the nerves get a break. They're being shoved together and squished together by all your body parts. But when you do this, everything relaxes and gives your nerves that are running up and down your spine a chance to breathe. So when my toes up, my head's up. 3, 2, 1. And then when my chin is down, my heel is up and my foot is way underneath. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's do the other side. So stick that foot out. Now, I was mentioning this. Some people like to sit back, and then when they stick their leg out, they can't get their leg straight. They can put their heel down, but they can't get it straight. It works better if your leg is straight, so it works better if you're out here and you're sitting up nice and tall. That's the way you want it to work. Okay? So your head's back. And then your toe is touching, and your heel is up, and your chin is down, and you're looking down there going, yep, I'm doing it right. 3, 2, 1, let's try it again. And then let's try it again. Now, how many of these would I do? Well, I'd do both sides. Maybe I'd do 10 of each. You know, out and back, 1, out and back, 2, and then make sure you've got your head down when your foot's underneath your chair and your heel's up. Okay? And then what I like to do is, not only am I working my neck muscles, which is mainly my trapezius muscle that goes into my neck and my shoulder and my back. That trapezius muscle is a busy muscle. If it's tight up here, it's because your shoulders are too tight. If you get headaches, it's because your shoulders are too tight and your trapezius muscle needs to be worked. You know, all kinds of stuff. So this helps. But what I like to do is put my feet flat put my hand on my shoulder and squeeze it to get the blood into my shoulder, my trapezius needs blood. And then I look at the squeeze with my head. And I hold it there. And then keep squeezing, and after 3 count, turn your head and look away from the squeeze. And then look up. And after 3 count, look down. Don't worry about your leg, just look down. So then look back into the squeeze, and then look up while you're looking that way. And then bring your head down and look up the other side and make a happy face with your nose or your chin. So I'm drawing happy faces. Or maybe I'll make a rainbow. I'll go across the top to the other side and make an arch going across the top and draw a rainbow. Happy faces, rainbows. I also like full moons. I'm going to go in a circle all the way around and draw a circle one way, and I'll draw the other way, and I'll do this as many times as I want, and I'll take my time so that my lines are nice and straight. And then relax, hand comes off, squeeze the other shoulder, get the blood into your trapezius, look into the squeeze, look away from the squeeze, look into the squeeze and look up, and draw your happy face to the other side a couple of times. Good. You do your rainbow across the top from one side to the other. Do that as many times as you want, and then the full moon all the way around. Do it slowly so you can get a nice straight line without any bumps and lumps. Go the other way. And then let go and relax. Okay? And since we're here, we might as well shrug our shoulders up. We might as well push our hands and get our shoulders down. We might as well push them forward. And we might as well push them back. And you can do that as many times as you want. It's all good for everything. For everything. But right now, when we're ready, we're going to stand up. And then we don't need these heavy chairs. We'll use this chair here. We'll both use this chair. And I'll get rid of Brian's chair. Don't sit in front. So you're standing on that side, I'm standing on this side. So believe it or not, we've done the aerobics with the dance. We haven't walked yet. We've done the flexibility with the golden 8. We did our weights sitting in the chair, just because. And we're now working on the balance. But we did some of that nerve flossing with our head up and down, and we did that too. Don't worry about it. If you can remember to do them, do them. But the balance. So it's all about this hip, I'm telling you. If you break the hip when you fall, you're in big trouble. So you want to have good core muscles. So let's just stand on one foot on this side and let it hang in the air. And you're holding on to the chair if you need to. You can always let go for a second to see if that still works. And hold on. So when you got it out here, try to get it straight and just go back and forth like this. Yeah. It's pretty good, eh? Okay, now keep it straight. Let's go in front, across the front and back. Like you're kicking a soccer ball or something. Good. And how many of these can you do? As many as you want, but let's just take it behind, kick behind. It almost looks like Brian and I have rehearsed this. Okay, and then when we bring it in front, let's draw some figure 8s. Good. Put your foot down. Huh. So now we're just going to lift our knee up and put it back down. Is that easy, Brian? Knee up?
Sure.
Put that down. Can you bring it up but don't touch the floor? Come up and almost touch the floor and then go back up.
It's pulling on there.
Yes, it's pulling in there. Your hip flexors. working your bum muscles. It's working your back muscles. It's working the other hip, just balancing on that leg. And bring it up. And one more up. Good, have a rest. Have you done these exercises before with me? Yes, you have, haven't you? Okay, let's get it up again. And just take it out to the side. And bring it back and put it down. Now let's take it up. Take it to the side. And bring it back. And don't bring it down. Take it out to the side. Out to the side. And then bring it down. Whoa. I'm finding most of the work is happening in the other leg.
I've got it here.
Yeah, there too. Bring it up. Now if you're only up here, that's fine, but bring it to the side and back, out to the side, and back. One more time, out to the side, and back, and bring it down. Holy cow, let's do it one more time. Get it up as high as you can. Let's go 5 times. Out to the side, out to the side. 2 more. Yeah, sometimes I get cramps in there too. I get cramps. Actually grabs me. But not all the time. That was okay. Now one more on this side. So now we're going to get our leg up. We're going to make circles with it. But I want you to make sure your foot is flexed. Don't let it just hang there and don't point your toe. Flex the foot. Right, and make circles. 1, 2, 3. Relax. Let's do, he's still doing it. Let's do 6 then. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. And the last 6, we're going to go the other way. So circles. 1. Flex the foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch sides, right? So when you're ready, just lift the outside leg up and forward and back. Keep the leg straight. Hold on to the chair if you have to. Do the whole thing without the chair. Nope. I need the chair. So up and down. So now some people go way up and way back. Yeah, but that's not us. We're just doing it where it makes us work a little bit. You know what they've said, the doctors and the experts? If you work out like this 3 times a week, but you push yourself, like you make the aerobics even harder, and put your leg down for a sec. Good. Up, let's go cross in front, kick the soccer ball. Anyway, the doctors say that if seniors do these things here, these 5 things here, 3 times a week, and they really, really, really push themselves, that's more dangerous for your heart than if you didn't do anything.
Really?
So you have to make sure that you do all these 3 times a week at least, but don't push yourself too hard. And you should always check with your doctor before you do any exercises to make sure you're ready to do it. Rest. We got to kick behind, kick behind, kick behind. Working the hips, kick behind. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Let's do the figure 8 when you're ready. So on the floor here, figure 8. Working balance. Working hips.
I'm not so good on this side.
No, I can still feel it in the hip on this side.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, we're going to do the lift the knee up and put it down. Lift it up and put it down. That's too easy. Just lift it up and don't touch the floor. And down and up at your speed. Get it as high as you can, but make sure there's no pain. Up. A couple more. Up. Like you might be the kind of person that goes, I like doing everything in 10s or everything in 5s or everything in 3s. Then do it that way. If you're doing it, no one's really watching you when you do it. Okay, so now here we got to go up and go to the side and come up and put it down. And go up, go to the side, and come up and put it down. Let's just go up to the side, up to the side. Yeah, like that, up to the side. Okie dokie, this is fun. 2 more. 1, 2. All good for your hips. Rest. This side needs the rest. Oh, go. Okay, here we go. So remember, we're going to flex our foot, and we're going to make circles. 2, 3, 4. The farther out your leg goes, the bigger the circles, the harder it is on you. I think that's 5. I'm going to rest. Then I'm going to do 5 more going the other way. So flex my foot, and big circles out to the side. And rest. Got it? Got it?
Yeah, some of that's tough.
You go to the other side again. Hold on to the chair and just take your straight leg and push it out to the side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the sun's out. Nice and warm. So I'm doing a adductor or abductor with a straight leg going out to the side. I'm trying to stand tall. I'm not leaning like this. Just out it goes. Yep, out. I'm almost at 10 already. 2 more. 1, 2. Now I'm going to do the other side, but I'm just going to turn around so you can see us from behind. You know you want to see us from behind. Push this one out. So out as high as you can go without bending over. Just stand up tall. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. Now we're going to do one more thing, and then we're going to go for a walk. And the stress thing is what we're going to do now. Now, I know none of you have any stress.
No.
No stress.
Only if you're married, right?
Only if you're married or if you have children, or how about a pet? That would do it.
Yes.
So here we go. So I'll move this back, Brian. And I'm going to use you as a guinea pig. So stand right there.
Right there. Talking about pets.
Yeah, so here we go. So believe it or not, there used to be a book, wasn't there? A newspaper column called Believe It or Not. And then they put something really bizarre in the paper under Believe It or Not. And then you'd go, I don't believe that. You've got energy surrounding your body. It's positive and it's negative. And we don't want lots of positive or lots of negative. We want lots of positive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage Brian's energy. So it's above his head. I'm not touching him, notice, but I'm going to massage his energy.
Am I supposed to feel something?
You will, you second. I'm just massaging the energy around Brian's body. By the way, everything that's alive, like the trees and the plants, give off energy, positive and negative energy. It's a scientific thing. Okay, good. Now let's just try something. Brian, take your arm and put it straight out. And don't hold it there. Don't let me push it down. I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to push it down. So hold it there. Good. I can't do it. So I pushed really hard. Hold it. Don't let me. I can't do it. Okay, relax. Now I'm going to take all Brian's positive energy away from you. Watch this. I'm going to lift it all up. And then I'm going to pull it away from him like that. Now put your arm up. If he had a lot of it, he wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be able to do this.
Oh, boy.
So do it again with your arm up there. Hold it there straight. What's with this? Okay, I'll better give it back to him, right? So to give it back to him, I have to get it all again and pull it back up. Good. Now put your arm out. Don't let me do it. He's got it.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
I did it. Were we cheating?
No.
No.
You pay me later.
Yeah, so the idea of massaging, now here's what you do. You go, well, if I want to massage my energy without touching my body, and there's nobody to do it for me, like my wife won't do it,
No.
my girlfriend won't do it,
Never.
my children won't do it, so I'm going to do it myself. So let's go, Brian. So look straight ahead. You're just going to massage this energy around your head, and front and back. All right, and get around your...
I hope nobody's watching.
Maybe they'll... Let's get all your body parts. Because to get down here, you gotta get lower. And I know, watch me, Brian. I know that if I bend over to get down here, that's harder on my back. It's okay if my back is strong to do this. But if I want to keep my back safe, and I'm not sure if it's strong enough, I have to squat to massage my energy. I have to look up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I might not be able to get as low, but at least I get most of my energy. Yeah. And it doesn't take long to do this. It doesn't take long. You just do it. And then you don't have to practice doing this. You just can understand that if you massage your energy,
You feel better.
you'll feel better. And there are certain trees in this part of the world where we live that give off lots and lots of positive energy that actually go inside to the cells of your body and kill the cancer cells. Because we all have cancer cells inside us. We just don't have enough of them to make us sick. So I don't know if he has a pine tree around here anywhere, do you?
No.
He doesn't have a pine tree, but he does have a birch tree. So if I was Brian, I'd go down to the birch tree and massage my energy. And if he felt stupid doing that, he could just take his chair, go down there, with his little paintbrush. In fact, when he paints down there, the birch tree is very close to where he paints. That's giving off lots of positive energy for him. So the white birch tree and the pine tree, if you live in this part of the world, will help you with the positive energy.
Right.
So believe it or not, that's up to you. But
That's interesting.
right now what we're going to do is we're going to shut the camera off and we're going to go for a walk, and you're going to shut your camera off or TV or whatever it is, and you're going to walk either in the house or outside. I tricked you today. It was all about balance. The weights were about balance. The flexibility was a balance thing. The stress was about balance. It was all about balance. The aerobics were about balance. So keep working on your balance. Drink up.